I told my son to stop being polite. My 11-year-old Liam came home on Friday with tear stains on his cheeks, and his hoodie stretched like someone had yanked it hard. He walked inside quietly, went straight to the kitchen, and started scrubbing mud from his shoes like he was afraid to make a mess. "Buddy, what happened?" I asked, kneeling beside him. He hesitated, then whispered, "It's nothing," which of course meant it was something awful. Turns out there's this group of boys at school, 3 of them, who'd been messing with him for weeks. It started small. They'd steal his pencils, untie his shoelaces, hide his backpack behind the dumpster. Then it escalated. They'd trip him in the hallway, slam his locker shut while he was reaching inside, mock his stutter anytime he had to read aloud in class. Liam hates confrontation. He'll apologize when someone bumps into him. My ex-husband always told him to be a gentleman, to keep the peace, to ignore childish behavior. But these weren't childish pranks. These were targeted, cruel, and meant to humiliate him. Friday, it got worse. During PE, the trio cornered him behind the bleachers. They took his water bottle and poured it all over his backpack. One of them shoved him backward into the mud. Another recorded it on his phone. Liam begged them to stop, and they laughed. When he tried to tell the coach, they claimed they were just joking around. The coach told my son he needed to lighten up. By the time he got home, he looked small, defeated, like someone had squeezed all the joy out of him. I felt something in me snap. I sat him down and said, "Liam, being polite is great. Being kind is great, but not when someone is using your kindness to hurt you." He stared at me with big red eyes. "You've tried ignoring them. You've tried reporting it. You've tried being the bigger person. But sometimes you need to scare the problem away." He blinked. "Mom, what does that mean?" "It means next time they try to corner you, I want you to speak loudly, look them dead in the eye, and say the line I'm about to teach you." He leaned in. "You say, like, back off, last warning, and you don't whisper it. You don't stutter. You say it like you mean it." He looked horrified. "Mom, that's rude." "Exactly," I said. "And they deserve rude." He practiced the sentence with me for 20 minutes. His voice shook at first, then less, then not at all. On Monday, I got a call from the assistant principal. Apparently, during recess, the trio tried their usual stunt. One of them snatched Liam's hat and tossed it back and forth while the others circled him. Kids were starting to watch. Liam, for once, didn't freeze. He stepped forward, shoulders straight, and said loud enough for everyone to hear, "Back off, last warning." Every kid on the playground went silent. And here's the part that made me want to high-five him into orbit. When the ringleader tried to shove him anyway, Liam didn't cry. He didn't run. He didn't flinch. He stepped backward, pointed directly at the nearest teacher, and yelled, "Hey, I'm being harassed!" Again, half the playground heard it. The teacher rushed over instantly. The 3 boys panicked, insisting it was all a misunderstanding. The assistant principal pulled everyone into the office. Liam told the whole story, calmly, clearly, no stutter. And because there were 20+ witnesses this time, the school couldn't brush it aside. Those boys got suspended for a week. Their parents had to come in for a meeting. 2 other students came forward saying the trio had bullied them too. One family even filed a formal complaint. Meanwhile, Liam, he didn't get punished. He didn't get lectured. He got praised for speaking up. When I picked him up after school, he climbed into the car with a confidence I hadn't seen in months. He said, "Mom, it worked. They're leaving me alone." 2 weeks later, Liam started sitting with a new group of kids at lunch, ones who cheered for him that day on the playground. He joined the after-school art club. He laughed more, ate better, slept better. He even volunteered to read aloud in English class, all because I told my son to stop being polite to people who didn't deserve it. Sometimes the below-the-belt move isn't a kick. Sometimes it's finally using your voice. And I'm proud of him for finding his